In the headlines for this hour on VTV News, Party Chief, innovations and creativities are key to prosperity. And remittances expect to reach $16 billion in 2024. Later on in our news, Los Angeles wildfires urgent containment efforts as dangerous winds approach.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Hello, it's 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi. You're watching VTV News. On January 13, the Politburo and Central Secretariat of the Communist Party of Vietnam held a national conference focused on breakthrough development in science, technology, innovation, and national digital transformation. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm chaired the conference, with State President Lương Cường, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, National Assembly Chairman Trần Thanh Mẫn, and other current and former party and state leaders in attendance.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính, speaking on behalf of the government, outlined the key elements of the government's action program for implementing the resolution. He highlighted the importance of increasing investment in this area, developing high-quality human resources, accelerating digital transformation, and applying science and technology in government and business operations. National Assembly Chair Trần Thanh Mẫn delivered a keynote address on policies and solutions for institutional reform to promote science, technology, innovation, and national digital transformation. His analysis covered the current legal framework's strengths and weaknesses in these areas, highlighting the need for bold reforms in legislative thinking, methods, and procedures. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm confirmed that Resolution 57 has garnered broad support from party members, scientists, and businesses, both within Vietnam and internationally. To expedite implementation, he called for swift institutionalization of the proposed policies and solutions, with sufficient resources allocated for their execution.
The key principle is to regard investment in science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation as a long-term strategy, accepting delays and risks in the process. This is an investment, and as with any investment, there are risks and rewards. Data should be seen as a new resource, a new form of production material. Digital transformation is a tool for innovating production and business methods, as well as modernizing the workforce. Innovation is key to achieving sustainable prosperity, with scientists at the center. Breakthroughs must occur in both natural and social sciences, which represent vast, untapped territories, offering opportunities for intellectuals, scientists, and workers to turn stones into rice. We need to shift beyond simply applying and mastering technology to building breakthrough creative capabilities, seizing opportunities from the Fourth Industrial Revolution to leapfrog forward and shape the future. The implementation of the resolution must focus on the real-world challenges our country is facing and the needs of the market and economy.
In presenting 4 key tasks and 8 breakthrough solutions for the entire political system, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm stressed that developing science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation is not merely an option, but a matter of survival. Leaders at all levels must treat this as a central political task, while scientists and businesses must contribute their creative expertise. The public must also embrace this transformation through continuous learning, enhanced digital skills, and adaptation to the evolving landscape.
One of the key initiatives outlined in Resolution 57 on breakthroughs in science, technology, innovation, and national digital transformation involves the development of strategic technology research centers. These centers will be supported by policies that assist organizations, individuals, and businesses conducting research in this field. This initiative aims to help Vietnam become a global hub for semiconductor talent by 2030.
Qorvo, a major American chip design company in Vietnam, sees the country's 50% cost-sharing support for semiconductor and AI research as a key attraction for global tech firms.
This support will enable reinvestment, enhance the development of skilled human resources, and facilitate the expansion of our operations in Vietnam.
Resolution 57 introduces key measures to advance emerging technologies. These include a policy testing mechanism, a 15% allocation of the state budget for strategic tech research, and new public-private partnership policies for R&D.
Several mechanisms have been proposed for the semiconductor sector, including a strategic industrial fund and a system to evaluate companies testing new technologies.
Vietnam has around 100 semiconductor and 1,000 AI companies eligible for support.
Resolution 57 encourages R&D centers to develop core technologies, helping Vietnam advance in semiconductors and AI.
The resolution addresses current challenges, focusing on new technologies and national digital transformation to innovate working methods and ensure sustainable security and defense.
Resolution 57 sets the goal for Vietnam to become one of the top 3 Southeast Asian countries in AI research and development by 2030, driving sustainable development in science, technology, and digital transformation as the country works toward becoming a high-income, developed nation.
Banks have expanded their financial services significantly in recent years, making international remittances quick, secure, and convenient. This has encouraged more remittances into Vietnam, improving livelihood, boosting the economy, and enhancing social welfare.
Having retired from work, Phong now spends his time tending his garden, both a joy in his golden years and a way to enhance his quality of life. His children, who study and work in South Korea, send many home from their part-time jobs to support their father's gardening passion.
My children send money every month for home repairs and to support me in buying plants, so I can enjoy my retirement and feel at ease. I go to the bank to receive the money they send and exchange it from Korean won to Vietnam dong.
Wang's children also work abroad. Her daughter has been employed in Malaysia for the past 8 years, while her son and daughter-in-law work in Japan. Every month, she goes to the bank to receive the money they send to support her.
When I get a message from my child, I go to the bank and get assistance from the staff to receive the money. It's very easy to exchange the foreign currency for Vietnam dong. I don't trust other places. I only go to the bank.
The growing remittances shows overseas Vietnamese trust in the country's stable economy and favorable investment environment. This is also a testament to the success of government policies and the State Bank of Vietnam's initiatives to encourage remittance flows.
Over the next 5 years, Ho Chi Minh City needs more than $8.3 billion for infrastructure development across transport, education, and construction sectors. Though development plans are in place, the key challenge remains creating effective mechanisms to attract investment and mobilize social capital.
The transport sector will require the largest share of investment, approximately $2.9 billion. Investors believe that authorities need to be proactive in preparing a ready-to-implement list of projects to attract investment.
It's crucial for the city to have feasible projects that are attractive to investors. The level of investment, investment plans, and project phases must align with the mobility needs of the people.
Government-issued infrastructure bonds are also considered a primary source of funding. However, attracting public investments can be challenging when compared to bank interest rates. Major investors, meanwhile, may struggle to meet the substantial capital requirements. To address this, the city is considering international bond issuance as an option.
To issue bonds internationally, the city needs a robust policy mechanism. The government's support is crucial, especially legally, to guarantee that the city can carry out its projects.
According to economic experts, the various funding models being considered by Ho Chi Minh City, such as bonds, public-private partnerships, remittances, the transit-oriented development model, and the International Finance Center, still require proper policy frameworks and special mechanisms.
We need to outline all the differences and then issue a resolution to create a special mechanism that deviates from existing regulations.
Attracting significant capital for infrastructure developments hinges on both policy and trust. Experts suggest that government should serve not only as a partner, but also as an investor. This would reassure private investors that their rights, responsibilities, and risks will be properly shared.
With the economy still facing challenges, people are tightening their spending for the upcoming Lunar New Year. Consumer behavior during this year-date holiday is trending toward simplicity and economy. Data from a market research firm Canta World Panels Vietnam show that over the past 3 years, date-related spending has steadily declined. The 2-month date period contribution to annual fast-moving consumer goods sales has dropped from 21% to 19% in urban areas and from 24% to 21% in rural areas. In response, manufacturers and distributors are adapting to consumer preferences for a simpler, more practical and economical date celebration. Despite these trends, the Ministry of Industry and Trade forecasts that purchasing power during this Lunar New Year may increase by over 10% compared to the same period last year. Ho Chi Minh City will spend about $59 million on date holiday support activities for disadvantaged people and workers. More than $35 million from the city budget will provide gifts to people with meritorious services, workers, social welfare recipients, and poor households. The City Labor Federation will allocate about $20 million to organize programs like Gathering Date and Workers' Festival, Charity Market. They will also provide bus, trains, and plane tickets to 40,000 union members so they can return home to their families. Additionally, the city is implementing a market stabilization program that will meet 40% of residents' needs. And before moving on to some other news, let's take a look at foreign exchange rate for today, January the 13th. Coming up next on VTV News, 20 localities to complete eliminations of dilapidated houses in the third quarter. And Vietnam Airlines among the world's 25 safest airlines. Through favorable policy bank loans, struggling households have built a foundation for their well-being and steadily improved their lives. These preferential loans support not just family in need, veterans, and students. They have also helped families secure stable jobs and income. Many students have even successfully launched their own businesses.
Managing a herd of over 10 beef cattle, Diep earns a stable annual income. Through a $4,000 loan combined with family savings, he was able to invest in his farm. Today, his family enjoys secure employment, reliable income, and an improved quality of life.
I used to raise beef cattle, but after getting a loan from the policy bank, I boldly purchased more breeding stock. My family's work became more stable, the herd grew, and our income improved significantly.
Once solely reliant on farming, Thing's family has been able to ensure her 3 children's uninterrupted education with support from the student loan program. These policy loans are a vital support system for her family and for future generations.
Thanks to the policy bank loans,
my family was able to ease the financial burden of supporting 3 children through university. Without this assistance, we wouldn't have known how to manage, and the children might have had to drop out of school.
In Hưng province, the Policy Bank has disbursed nearly $60 million in loans, supporting almost 24,000 beneficiaries.
Student loan programs not only help students pursue their educational dreams, but also contribute to developing a skilled, knowledgeable, and high-quality workforce for the locality and the country. Combined with local talent attraction initiatives, this workforce will play a key role in socio-economic development.
The Policy Bank's loan inspires success and ambition among diverse groups, from veterans to students. These loans exemplify the party and state's commitment to social welfare, ensuring no one is left behind.
According to the Ministry of Labor, Work Balance and Social Affairs, 20 localities aim to complete their program of eliminating temporary and dilapidated houses by the third quarter of 2025, 3 months ahead of the December 31st deadline. 7 of these localities will finish by the second quarter, with Bắc Ninh province leading the effort, set to complete the program by February 3rd. The province will distribute nearly 100 houses to poor households before date. Currently, 5 provinces and cities, Hanoi, Hải Phòng, Ho Chi Minh City, Quảng Ninh, and Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, have already eliminated all dilapidated housings. More than 4.6 million people now use the e-tax mobile application to register, settle, and pay their taxes. The digitization of tax management has streamlined operations, simplified procedures, increased transparencies, and boosted state revenue.
Despite her limited technological knowledge, Oan now pays her taxes from home on her mobile phone. She is one of many residents who received guidance from Hoan Kiem district tax officers on using the e-tax mobile app. In just a few simple steps, I can pay my taxes and receive a payment invoice.
During implementation, we received valuable feedback from the public. We're committed to improving the application.
With more than 60 million people having tax codes, the e-tax mobile app reduces costs, streamlines tax administration, and minimizes in-person interactions with tax authorities, helping prevent potential misuse of authority.
E-tax improves administrative procedures, benefiting the public, businesses, and state management by enhancing transparency and reducing corruption.
The e-tax mobile app stands out as one of 2024's most successful digital transformation initiatives. Development continues to resolve existing issues and strengthen taxpayer information security.
In 2025, we will introduce automatic tax refunds, convert identification codes to tax codes, and work with banks to enhance electronic payments.
The e-tax mobile application makes it easy for taxpayers to access information and fulfill their tax obligations. This supports the tax industry's transition to fully electronic management, providing the public with simpler, more transparent, and more convenient procedures.
Ho Chi Minh City is developing tourism products along Metro Line 1 from Bến Thành to Suối Tiên. The City Department of Tourism is collaborating with businesses to evaluate and develop tours along the route. The initiative aims to let tourists experience the metro while visiting popular destinations in the city. During the date holiday season, several travel agencies are offering tours that combine Metro Line 1 with nearby attractions, including Bến Thành Market, Opera House Station, Nguyễn Huệ Walking Street, Notre Dame Cathedral, and Nguyễn Văn Bình Book Street. Vietnam Airlines has been ranked 22nd among the world's 25 safest airlines by airline ratings. The airline is Vietnam's sole representative on the list. The assessment considers several strict criteria such as serious incidents over the past 2 years, aircraft age, fleet size, incident rate, profitability, and pilot training skills. The airline's achievement was also supported by Vietnam's aviation industry's improvement, including enhanced airport safety system, upgraded navigation equipment, and stricter operational procedures. In the highlands of Lâm Đồng lies a garden of golden tangerines bustling with fruit at peak season, creating an impressive and eye-catching scene. These tangerines are grown organically, featuring an automatic irrigation system and protective mulch that both retain moisture and create an ecological landscape. Well, with their neat rows of fruit-laden trees, the garden has become a popular tourist attraction.
As the Lunar New Year approaches, Thue's 2-hectare orchard, with its nearly 20-year-old trees, produces organically grown Lai Vung tangerines. The orchard yields an average of 20 tons of fruit annually.
The water here comes from the forest, so it's clean and the soil quality is good. I don't use herbicides. As a farmer, I focus on producing quality products, and people come to me when they recognize that quality.
The garden uses automatic irrigation and mulching to create an ecological landscape. Visitors come to enjoy the beauty of ripe tangerines and capture beautiful moments in this picturesque setting.
I can take photos that are lively, radiant, and pleasing to the eye.
The more I visit this garden, the more I appreciate nature. Through sustainable farming practices that work in harmony with nature, farmers in Lâm Đồng have transformed their gardens into free agricultural tourism destinations. This approach helps showcase their produce to a wider audience.
Yellow represents brilliance and success, so I come here hoping for a bountiful harvest for the garden.
The vibrant yellow tangerines stand out against the peaceful mountain landscape. These golden plum fruits offer both an ecological experience and symbolic meaning, representing good luck and prosperity for the new year.
Coming up next in our World News, Los Angeles wildfires, urgent containment efforts as dangerous winds approach. And Japanese participate in annual ice bath rituals at Tokyo Shrine. Firefighters are in a critical stage of battling deadly wildfires in Los Angeles, United States. Progress is being made in some areas, but the National Weather Service warned that strong winds will return this week, increasing the risk of new fires. A red flag warning is in effect until January 15, with winds expected to reach 80 kilometers per hour and mountain gusts up to 113 kilometers per hour. Tuesday poses the highest risk. Authorities have deployed 70 additional water tankers and are using aerial fire retardants to create fire breaks. Hollywood celebrities have pledged donations, and local restaurants are providing free meals for evacuees. Over 150,000 people have been forced to evacuate, and 24 people have died. The fire have destroyed more than 160 square kilometers and over 12,000 buildings. The economic damage could reach 135 billion to 150 billion US dollar, making it one of the costliest natural disasters in US history. Iran is conducting large-scale air defense drills as part of a 2-month exercise that began on January 4th. During these drills, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is defending critical nuclear facilities against simulated missiles and drone attacks. The Iranian military plans to deploy new drones and missiles throughout the exercise. A military spokesperson stated that this annual training aims to maintain and enhance their readiness against potential military threats and sabotage attempts. The drills will continue across various regions of Iran until mid-March. Airline ticket prices for international flights are expected to decrease in 2025 compared to 2024, according to flight tracking company Hooper. By mid-year, flights from the U.S. to Asia are likely to drop by 11% from last year, averaging around $1,000. Flights to South America may also see a 4% decrease, with prices hovering at around $700. However, domestic flight prices in the United States are rising due to airlines becoming more cautious about increasing flights and delays in aircraft deliveries from Boeing and Airbus. In Japan, people traditionally take ice baths at the start of the year for good luck, and this ritual is believed to purify the soul and bring blessings for the year ahead. More to follow.
In chilly 5 degrees Celsius weather, around 80 people gathered at Teppozu Inari Shrine in Tokyo yesterday for the New Year's ice bath ritual. The ceremony started with warm-up exercises before participants immersed themselves in the icy bath. Afterward, they performed traditional prayer movements.
There have been many earthquakes recently. They are natural disasters, and there's nothing humans can do about them. But I have prayed that such disasters will decrease over time.
At first, I thought I couldn't do it, but now I feel great.
The ritual, now in its 70th year, takes place annually on the second Sunday of the new year. This Japanese ice bath tradition, rooted in Shinto practices, began in 1955. It was inspired by a priest who prayed for the community's peace and well-being by pouring cold water over himself.
And now, as usual, let's continue with the weather forecast. And that's all the news for today. To rewatch our program, you can log on to VTVgo.vn or download our mobile application VTVgo. Thanks for watching and goodbye for now.